All right, people, welcome again to MG Sports TV. I am your host, Mario Takers. I want to say, people, thank you very much for the continued support. Oh, first of all, let me just get this out of the way. I want to apologize to my viewers and subscribers and channel members for the video that I did read the whole issue. You know that issue. I do believe that I never necessarily conducted myself well, and I want to take the time out to sincerely apologize for my behavior. It could have done another way. My sincere apologies to all those who watched it. I do know a lot of people agree. Also, a lot of people disagree with what happened. But definitely, I personally thought that I could have conducted myself better. Nevertheless, I would really appreciate it if you guys just continue to support, definitely. So there is something new on the board for me. So I have started a GoFundMe. Yeah. MG Sports, I beg money. Yeah. Yes, MG Sports, I beg money. Definitely. I am not rich. But let me show you guys the plan that I have. I've been doing some stuff, people. And let me show you guys the plan. So let me show you. So this here is a Canon X820. And the GoFundMe is actually for $1,000 because I just want $1,000. And the rest, I will try my best to see if I can come. I will try my best to see if I come. So I just want assistance with half of the money. So as you can see on your screen here, people, this is a Canon AX20. Now, the purpose of this is, well, the price, as you can see, is very expensive, people. That's the reason why I started to GoFundMe. I can't afford it. It's very, very expensive. Now, the purpose of this, people, is... Remember that I stream games, Major League competition, Tier 2 competition, Under 10 competition, schoolboy football, Under 14, Under 16. If I get the opportunity to, maybe we could see Manning Cup and Dakasa Cup included in that. Not only stream, but also record the games. And with this equipment now, it would definitely assist me in getting better quality to you guys. Especially re-streaming. When I'm streaming, you get a more cleaner, more crisper quality to you guys when I'm streaming. Now, Major League, I'm telling you all the competition I've covered. Major League, Tier 2, even Jamaica Premier League, if possible, to record and replay those games. So that is the purpose why I'm trying to get this equipment. And you guys know, I'm actually trying to get 3 of them. But I'm starting with 1. If I can get one out of the way this year, that is the sole purpose why I'm doing it, people. That is the sole purpose why I'm doing this. As you guys know, I do provide streaming services, and it's not YouTube that actually really helps me financially. It's actually a streaming service that I provide to the other footballing parties in Jamaica. Because really and truly, Jamaicans don't really make much on YouTube. If you're in Jamaica doing YouTube, you don't necessarily make a lot of money because the viewership from Jamaica, it's not really expensive because Jamaica YouTube is not premium, so you don't make a lot of money. Peanuts, basically. So that is the reason I'm doing it. So definitely I try my best. I'm trying to offer more services to persons who watch the channel, persons who view the channel, to see how best I can give them a more up-to-date coverage of what is happening. But so let's see. Definitely, the link is the link is actually in the pinned comment section, and it also will be in a pin. The link is pinned in the comment section right now. It also will be pinned in the comment section after the video finishes. So let's move away from that. Let's give a shout out to our channel members. Big up to the channel members: the Original Zilla, Jermaine Sweber, Paul Rose, David Beckham. Paul Rose still not sit as yet. Paul Rose still need rectified. Feather 5, Black Icon 40. Big up. Kyle Wallace from the Reggae Boyz Supporters Club, and Lee Bell, newly appointed, another private. Lee Bell, big up, welcome guys to the program and becoming members of MG Sports. Now, we're going to touch on the match we saw that played yesterday, people. Let me show you the goal that scored in the first matchup. And we're going to discuss that goal first. That's the first thing I'm going to discuss. And the reason why I'm going to discuss that goal in particular, I do believe that, guys, please do smash the like button. Please do smash the like button, people. Can you imagine? So I don't understand why them put on the video is actually 10 seconds, right? If it's about 32 seconds, and it's the odds that is on it is about 4 minutes. Anyways, So you know that we're always complaining about quality of performance. Let me see if I can bring it up now. Let me see if I can bring it up now. Good. So I'm bringing it up, people, so you guys can see it. So let me turn on the sound for it. Take it off mute. So I would be playing the video now, people. Just give me a second. Let me just finish. Set it up a bit. And there's a reason why I'm going to play this video. Because there, if you look into the comment section, guys, smash the like button, people. Please, please smash the like button. If you look into the comment section, people, there is a poll in the comment section. And this is what the poll says. This is what the poll stated. Do you think the team is ready? At present moment, and I do think that the poll is going to be very. No, I don't think we will do it. Yes, we can do it. I really don't know, and we are 100% not ready. So at present moment, this is what the figures on the poll states. 31% of the persons who voted stated that we can do it. 15% said I don't think we'll do it. No, I don't think we'll do it. 43% said I really don't know, and 14% said we are 100% not ready. So according to that, it's a mixed emotion to where we're going, what we're trying to do, and the direction that we're trying to go. I'm going to give you guys some clips. I'm going to give you guys some clips of the first matchup. Let's give you guys, this is going to be some insight. People, this is insight. Insight. So these are the things that you guys, some of the stuff that you guys never really saw in the first match, from the first matchup. And I'm going to share with you some of the similarities that I saw yesterday in the match that they played yesterday, and also some similarities that they played in the first match. Big up Fresh God. Massive respect. Thank you for coming through. Roland Nakadna, big up. Support the GoFundMe, people. Please, I already support and I plan to support again soon. Big up Marcus Messiah Garvey. Let's support the movement and bring the luxurious camera in. Big up Marcus. Big up my brother. Please do smash the like button as soon as you enter the chat. It's free. We have supported. Very, very free. Fresh God said, people, if you just join in, smash the like button. As you know, content like issue. Bantan said, any update on Whisper? No, not I haven't gotten any updates as yet. So, we're just hoping that things are going good for him right at this present moment. I do believe things should be going good for him. Definitely. All right, so let me play the video, people. I'm gonna play the video. So this is the goal. This is the goal that they scored in the 1-0 win. This is the game that they played down by Anthony Spalding, down by Jungle. So as you can see here. All right. Oh, I'm trying to pause it still. May I try pause it and it looks so blurry? May I try pause it and it looks so blurry? So may I try pause it if you don't look blurry, people. As you can see, two Trinidadian player right here. Just look on the cursor. One Jamaican, two Trinidadian player right here as well. I have one Jamaican here, one Trinidad player right here. I have two Jamaican here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in that 5, in that square of 5, that little area right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 players. So this is our attacking phase. This is our attacking phase. And the reason why I'm highlighting this is, remember that we always say that we have issues going forward. And I want to tell you what happened when we push numbers forward. I want to show you guys what happened when we push numbers forward. Tawin, big up Tawin, said, did they have the front line pressing a bit, or they let the difference pass around the ball for a minute on end? All right, so you're going to see. Guys, please do smash the like button. I'm going to play it, people. You're going to see. I'm going to play it in phases. All right, look at that now. So remember, there's two Trinidad players right here. One Jamaica. So it's 3 players over here. 1 Jamaica, 2 Trinidad players. Then you have 1 defender, 2 defenders, and other defenders way over here. And personally, he shouldn't be there, because he's in possession of the ball, and the ball is over on this left side. He should actually be closer to her in this area. That's a Trinidad player. But nevertheless, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jamaican, 5 Reggae Boys in this phase of attack. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this phase of attack. I'm going to exclude out the striker over here. I'm going to exclude them out. So this the turnover happens here. Dylan John is on the ball. Let's play. No. Good. I think it's Molina. Molina receives the ball now. Look at that defender over this side. The same defender that I said should not be so far away. He's out of the frame. At this point in time, he should be right here. And this defender stepping up to pick up the man that is running here. So here you have Ronaldo Bart. You have Ronaldo Bart right there. So let's continue. I'm playing through. Good. Look at this point now. So we have 2 Trinidad player. Him here making the first press here. That's essential defensive midfielder making the first press. This player is still too far away from the play. He should be right here. This player should be pressing, coming up, closing the channel. They didn't do that. So right there, that's a tactical error. That's a tactical error by them. But it's a smart play by the Jamaican in how they transition the ball out quickly. So it's a pass. So I think that's going to Jamali Bell. I think it's going to Bell. No, knowing Bell, look at this right here. Defender making the first press. He should be pressing him. This defender should be the one coming across. If the initial movement should have been corrected. But what I'm showing to you guys is, in our attacking phrase, we are not as bad as though it seems. Guys, smash the like button. We have over 40 persons watching, and we never reach 50. We can't reach 50. We can't reach 15 likes. Guys, please smash the like button now. Get the likes of people. Get the likes, man. Please. People, it actually it tells YouTube. If likes, first of all, the like is free, and it tells YouTube. So, let me get down. Let me continue. To where I was. Good. So, this is Bell receiving the ball now. Bell knew, because he initially take a glance, that Orion Watson, the striker, was already in his stride. So he knew that at this point in time, all he had to do is take 2 touches, one to control the ball and then the other to play the ball in the channel. So first touch control, other play to the channel. Oh, it's actually not, my apologies, not Bell. It seems to be it was actually Molina. I think it's Molina. So, and it's a first time pass onto Orion Watson. Now look at Dylan John. Dylan John have so much confidence in Orion Watson receiving the ball right here. He started to celebrate. Look at that, people. Dylan John had so much confidence. In Orion Watson receiving the ball in that position. He started to celebrate before Orion Watson even touched the ball. Let's go. He knew that he was going to score. Now, let me show you something now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Trinidadian players in this position. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Jamaican players. And I think it was in the entirety of phase of play was about 5 Jamaican players, 5 Reggae Boys. And they put together some fair good amount of passes and really, really ripped through the Trinidadian defense. I do think that the Trinidadian team will be looking at this and said, this is actually an area that we must work on. But hats off to the young Reggae Boys in how they really structured this move from the get-go up until the goal scored. And they knew what's going to happen. As I showed you earlier on, Dylan John knew. Look at this. At this point in time, Dylan John saw Orion Watson receiving the ball. And he started to celebrate. He knew, without a doubt, without a shadow of the doubt, Dylan John knew. Nicholas Paul said maybe he didn't ask for it. No. He never did ask for it. I celebrate. Nicholas, him started celebration before everyone. Upper Run said this TT will be the weakest team Jamaica plays. Fresh God said he couldn't call it from there. Nicholas said, try and be on the fence. LOL, jump off a fence, man. Jump off a fence. My fence cut you up. My fence cut you up. And he knew. So let me continue. Now, let me bring it back. I wanted to do something. Let me highlight something now. Let me highlight something. All right, so I think this is Molina making the run, right? It's not Molina. Let me give me a second. Let me check it, people. So I don't want to get the name incorrect. So let me check it specifically. I have the team sheet here. So I'm going to check it. Let me check it. I'm not see Papa. What go on? Live photos. Oh yeah, good. So may I check it now? 28 is that 28? Let me see. Ronald Barrett in the 8th, yeah. Let's see if we can get the number accurate. Oh, that's 21. Ooh. Alright, so the 14 is Mangatal. 14 is Mangatal right here, who made the first initial pass. I'm trying to find out who is the 28. I may get it wrong. A 28 that? You see me can get the number correct, people. Because I don't want to make the error, people. So I want to get the numbers correct. Okay, so it's actually 20. Adrian Mahoney. So it's Mahoney who passed the ball to Orion Watson. But I just want to get the name correct, people. I don't want to make that error. I never want to make the error. Alright, so what I really want to highlight is the movement. Nicholas said, hopefully we'll see them in the New Jersey for the tournament. I think so. Avis said, William said, Nashada Gibbs had a decent Manning Cup season. Why wasn't he selected in a team? Because he went there and the boils down to what happened there. I'm not really sure what took place, but that's the situation. Fresh God said, okay, says Mahoney. Big up Stretchy Sports Football. Nicholas said, he didn't make the final squad. He was called up for the camp though. Yeah. All right, so let me continue, people. Let me finish off. Let me highlight the run. Look at the movement by Orion Watson. That's a very good striker run. Having the defense to his left, running in behind the centre back, and as I do think that this centre back here, him over to the right hand side, left hand side, his left back actually reason why this goal conceded. Because if he tucked in, the central defender, the sweeper would necessarily have to step up and left that gap in behind. But because he stepped up, Orion Watson targeted the gap that was in behind, and it's a very good pass by Adrian Mahoney. And Orion Watson picks it up. Goal! Fire! Didn't waste any time. One tap in. One tap. No more than one touch. So definitely, people, that was actually a very good goal. A very good goal. No, nonetheless. So I'm just doing that to show you that chances are being created. We are creating chances. It boils down to us taking our chances now. We're not creating the amount of chance that I do think that is something that the coach definitely identifies and is going to try his best to work on. But chances are being created, for sure. I do believe that there are aspects of our game that we need to work on, Because when I was watching the game yesterday, I reached late, so I only catch the second half of the game. And I didn't even see the penalty that score. But when I arrived, watching the second half of the game, I saw some similarities to what I saw in the first game. I do think that though, tactical awareness, I have to be honest. Tactical awareness, I do believe that Trinidad, they were more tactically aware in how they play than us. Yes, I identified the error that the defender made, but that's a simple part of the game. Everyone made that. But in how they move the ball in possession, how they move the ball out of possession, and how they move the ball when they're in transition and when they're being transitioned against. What the rest defense is doing, what the right winger is doing, when they receive the ball, what the left winger is doing, or the striker is doing, they look a bit more tactical aware than us. Nevertheless, I do believe that in regards to how we played a bit more intensity, we played a bit more physicality, we played a bit more, I won't say aggressive, but we are more technical than they are. We are more technical than they are. So as someone said, maybe this Trinidad team could be one of those teams that I would say could be a bit softer. Could be a bit softer. Nicholas Paul said, can you bring up the groups? What do you mean by bring up the groups? Nicholas Paul. Nicholas Paul said, poor defending but good finish. Centre forward movement, slick by Stretchy Sports. Yeah, good centre forward movement. Ian Campbell said, military, how confident are you that this team will qualify for the World Cup? The thing is, I don't know, because let me tell you, seeing football is just a strange game, and me can't say, boy, it's side big, I must qualify. I can't say that. I do believe that we have a good team. It might not be as good as how everyone expectations or their mindset are like, because I do believe that how we view football, or most persons view football in Jamaica, they view football on an English level basis, that if you're not playing similar to or in the ilk of how the English Premier League is being played, you're not good enough. Or you're not playing anything for football. Or if you're not playing like how the La Liga play, like how Barcelona play, it means that you're not good enough and you don't know how to play football. I do believe that we have that slight bias. I do believe that we have that slight bias. Something that we need to work on. Definitely something that we need to work on. And I'm really hoping that we work on that. As the time goes by. Definitely. All right. So let me go. Rolanda said, "Is this Jamaica team a team or just individual talent?" All right. So at the start of the preseason games that I was watching, like the practice games, they look more individualized. I do think that as a team get along, I think that they are playing a bit more cohesive now than when they just, which is expected. Brilliant individual talent, yes, but I do think that they are now kind of meshing well, a bit better together right now at this present moment, based on what I saw yesterday. The quality, though, I'm not saying that the quality, I'm not saying that they have the best quality. I know a lot of people said, boy, the game never looked good, they didn't play well, but because the thing is, most persons' expectations is far beyond that of youth football, and a lot of persons, despite watching youth football, they're imagine youth football and as senior football in their mindset. That's a problem as well. Ian Campbell said, military, this team needs luck and some more of it to qualify. Every team, Ian, needs luck. Every single team needs luck. Remember in the World Cup qualifiers when Damian Lowe scored his goal the header against USA, which would have allowed us to win the game against USA. The referee didn't signal it as a goal. And after they came out and said it was actually a goal. After they came out and said it's actually a goal. I would have won that game. We would have definitely won that game against USA. The same game where Bobby Reed kicked the ball all the way down what the place in behind a stadium? Yeah, that's the game. We could have won that game, and that would have given us 3 points, which would have put us in a good position. Unfortunately, the USA got luck. Luck was on their side. So in everything called football, you need that bit of luck sometimes. That's just how football is. You need that bit of luck. And every team really, really need luck. Big up the Saudi Crest show. Massive respect, people. If you want some good YouTube quality content as well, get interviews with coaches, some of the top coaches, top players, ex-players and those things, you can check out the Saudi Crest show. Ian Campbell said, military, can you explain the inclusion of 6 unattached players in the squad? Listen, the thing about it, Ian, listen to this, right? Let me explain this to you. So, this is what happened. Ian, you play for Manchester United, right? I play for, I've just got released from a club. Me and the club fall out for whatever reason. Good, I'm a good player, but me and the club fall out for whatever reason. So I'm a free agent. And me and you, Ian, go try out for a team, right? Both of us go and try out for a team. And I'm recorded as unattached. You are recorded as Manchester United. When you listen keenly now, you recorded as Manchester United, I recorded as unattached. But guess what? Both of us are going for the striker position. You are more of a target striker, natural target striker, score goals. But you are more of a target striker. You don't really move around like that, not very mobile. I am a pressing type of striker. Very skillful, fast, good presser, aggressive. But you more mobile. Both of us score similar amount of goals, but different type of striker. And listen to this now, Ian. The coach wants a pressing striker. But guess what? I am unattached. You play for Manchester United. When the coach select the unattached player now, over the Manchester United player now, you know what's going to happen? People are going to say, because he come from Manchester United, the coach don't like him. And all these type of things. But as I said, it boils down to what the coach wants. And even though a player is unattached or recorded as unattached, if that player has the quality that the coach wants, or the prerequisite characteristics that the coach wants in his team, who am I to question it? Now, if after the qualification things don't work out, then I can say, okay, this is what you do wrong. You did this wrong. You do that wrong. I can't come here and say, boy, the coach wrong already for picking that player unattached, and we don't even know what's going to happen. None of us know what's going to happen. So, in the event, just say the coach qualified the team. All these questions, all these issues, all this barking, all these nights, what is it going to say? Nothing is wrong with questioning the coach. Nothing at all is wrong. I totally agree in questioning the coach and said, what is your intent? What do you plan to do? But in the same sense, we can question him, but also we can also try to understand. Questioning without understanding is totally different. When you question, and it doesn't matter what answer you get, you just totally will not accept it. It means that you already have a pre-narrative that, hey, this can't work, and no matter what you say, it's not going to work. When you can say, okay, I understand your reason for doing so. This is my point on it. This is my take on it. I don't believe that you should have done so, but I understand the reason why you would have done that. I.e., let me tell you, Che Gardner. Let me give you an example. Che Gardner, one of the most technical player in the team. I think it could be the most technical player in the team. Very technical. But physically, he won't be able to match up. There is this number 13 that was, he played in number 11, number 12 last time, he played number 13. That played for Trinidad, the centre back. Played right back and also centre back. Solid. I mean, he played, let me go check him age paper. Still, just saying. But he look like a big man. I mean, solid. I think overall he's the best player on the pitch between both teams. He's the best player on the pitch. He looks above everyone else. He was playing on the right hand side. Che Gardner playing on the left hand side. Che Gardner would not be any match for him. He would easily take him off the ball. Easily. Because that is how good he is. Easily take the ball from him. Easily overpower him. So it would make any sense. You would have to put someone there who is physical enough to match up to him. Even if they can't outplay him, but at least match up to him so he can dominate that space. In youth football, You must win your 1v1 battles. Your independent battles right across the pitch is a must. You must win your independent battles. Saudi Crest said, MG, do you have any information on the other teams? If I'm being honest, Saudi Crest, I never really research. I never really research. The thing is, we can do a lot of, you see, the thing about it is that we can do investigation, we can scout, which is good, which is quite good. On the day, it's a different ball game. But you can expect to look out for it. The leader said, Ian Campbell, there are 4 players from Unattached FC in the team. The other is a reserve from the Unattached FC UK. Okay. Rolanda said, I'm not aware of the specific names, but when I was watching Reggae Boyz commentary, I heard 2 of the 6 UK players got passport for the under 17. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Ian Campbell said, this team needs to qualify for several reasons. Ian Campbell, please state those reasons. One, the main reason why I know this team should qualify is because we want to play in the World Cup. That is the main reason. I don't know the several reasons. But me know say we need to qualify for playing at the World Cup. That is the biggest reason I know of. Qualify to play in the World Cup. If you have other reasons, well, if you can share it, please share it. If you can't play, please share it. Ian Campbell said, military, this team needs to qualify for the World Cup even more than the under 20s. Why? Why, Ian? Why is it so important that this team qualify? Somebody on life support? Ian Campbell, is someone on life support, and if the team don't qualify, the life support machine will get cut? Is that the case? Because if there's such a high demand for this team to qualify, why though? Why? Where does this level of entitlement of qualifying comes from? Where? I don't understand. I don't understand. I want to qualify now, but I don't know. Robert Smith, MG, please tell the people that unattached just mean that they are from school football and that they just didn't pick up players from street. And the kid from UK is baby son. Leader is pushing some agenda about it. But I just spoke about him, Che Gardner. I just spoke about Che Gardner. Rob Smith said, why are these talented kids not attached to a club? They are playing for schools. As Rob Smith, okay, not attached to a club. No, but remember, Rob Smith, many of them, let me give you an example, like Javin Williams. The only club that is likely for Javin Williams to attach to would be Allen United. If you guys know Allen United down Westmoreland side. Because most of these players are really associated with the club. They're not really associated with the club. For lots of different reasons. Clubs are too far away. Parents can't really finance them moving here and there on a regular basis. But it's many different reasons, man. Many different reasons where they're not attached to a club. And they just play schoolboy football. Big Crook said, I mean, there's no point if you're not going to qualify. But me want to know what Ian at about. Me need to know as well. Yeah, me need to know. That is the whole point. The main reason is to qualify. The main reason. But I don't know. Upper said, MG, you are joking, bro. This team has to qualify based on the JFF, and our technical committee has not qualified a team in 13 years. I agree that the team needs to qualify. I never say team need to qualify. But Ian Campbell said for several reasons, the team needs to qualify even more than the under 20s. So it's like there's something dire. Like there's something is dire. Is it a case in which if the team don't qualify, based on the fact that the election that is coming up now, people might lose their position? Is that the case? Is that the case? Is that case that members in the hierarchy structure of the JFF are going to lose their position because of yet another failure campaign? Is that the case? Robert Smith said, thank you, cause people are talking about unattached like they are pros. It's youth football. Relax. The narrative for once. It's youth football. It's youth football. And the reason why, all right, so for example, it's not, let me tell you what people don't understand, right? Jamaica, our culture is different. And Auntie, oh, me never see Fresh God. Fresh God said Jamaica football is on life support. Oh, Fresh God. Me just see it, man. Me just see it. Okay, so Jamaica football up on life support. Okay. Me not run over come on, Fresh God. Come on, man. Listen, this is what happened. This is what happened, right? Jamaica, a lot of people, we can sit here and talk, you know. All right, Mr. Maxwell are calling. Bless up, Mr. Maxwell. What go on?
Yeah, man. What's happening?
Be there, you know.
Yeah, man. I just want to answer them people. It's not an agenda that I have to be unattached FC players.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a serious concern.
Why is that serious concern?
Okay. For me, and look here. If you look at the majority, I think Jamaica, of all of the teams are there, I think we have the most players from that particular club. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm almost sure we have the most players that are players contracted to unattached FC. Which club? Unattached FC. No club.
No, but why would it be a concern?
Okay, let me tell you. The first thing is, if you look at this, okay, there's a basic. I think we know the starting 11 at this stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the only player in there that would have been from the so-called unattached FC, the school that he goes to almost operates like a club.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how you have JCFC, Clarendon College FC is almost operating like a club because they have the attachment with. They train year round.
Right, run a year, then they're school
right.
train. Yeah.
So listen now. You see, when you look at the players that are chosen for the 11, Lynch, Reed, Dixon, Gooden, Molina, Barrett, Cohen, Magnetal, Bell, and then Ashton Gordon, all of them. You know the same thing with all of them? All of them are with clubs. They don't just play 3 months out of the year. They play straight around. The minimum I think most of them play might be.
No, but I'm explaining this now. Right. So I covered recently 2 under 17 competition. And better believe it, yes or no. Out of this team that I'm looking at right now, there's no one from those under 17 competition in this team. Not one player.
Okay, let me tell you.
And those are clubs. But
hold on, let me tell you.
Hold on, let me say something else now. But some of these players in this team are way superior to some of those players at those clubs. That I saw.
Let me give you, hold on now. Let me tell you one thing here now. Okay? I can tell you about the local ones here now. I think, and let me call the local ones that I know of, right? Reed, Lynch, Gooden, Cohen, Bell. Right?
Which club Cohen play for?
Cohen is he starts as a forward for Veer. All of those players that I just mentioned.
Veer under 17?
No, not under 17. Premier League. There are 3. You realize that Adrian Reed is a Premier League starter. Cohen is a Premier League starter. Barrett is a Premier League starter. You realize that?
Yeah.
So we're not talking about, so they're not playing with Liquor Boys. You understand? So they're not playing with Liquor Boy when they're training year through. The only time they might play Liquor Boys is when the schoolboy league. But the rest of the time, just like with Bell, we know what's that thing. Them train with big men most time and things. You understand?
Yeah.
So them play against big men. It's a regular thing. So these kids, and I can tell you, if you look at Bell compared to Gardner's son, right? They are very similar,
But Bell's superior.
Why? Because he is playing with big. I mean, he's used to the thing.
But listen to this now, right?
That people not understanding.
Why listen to this now?
That they gain.
Why listen to this? All right. So this is what happened, right? Remember, I said there's all this notion that once it's coming from England or it come from from USA.
It's with a recognized club. That's another thing, Recognized club, not a mama and papa club where your father set up a club and him is in there and they know when you say you're in there because there's a player in the squad too.
But there's
going that region too.
All right, but I can tell you from what I saw, yes, Shea Gardner physically can't match up, but technically he's superior to a lot of those players.
He has always been like that since he has been here.
Good. So, but in the same sense, if you realize that when the final 20 was made, it was not mentioned.
No, he was not.
Good. So that is the reason I said, I personally said, when they cut down to the final 20, I have no problem. Dylan John played big man on a regular basis right through.
Same thing, right. He's another Phoenix player.
But isn't he mentioned as unattached?
Who?
Dylan John.
He's not unattached.
What them put him as?
He's as Phoenix. He's not unattached.
Them put him as Phoenix, Fanny?
Yeah. The only unattached players that are there, I can tell you the name. White from Glenmuir. Sweeney from Garvey Massio. Malik Robinson from Garvey Massio.
Okay, you may look on them now.
Okay. And I think who else was there? Nashan Bolt Barrett from
CC.
Clarendon. And if you look at it, in 3 of those 4, there is a connection between 3 of those 4.
The 3.
That's all I'm going to say. There's a connection between 3 of those 4.
Hold on.
The other thing is, 3 of those 4 from unattached FC can't start in this team. They can't start. And then the next thing is
Barrett, Nashan a starter.
I said 3 out of 4. I didn't specify,
Okay.
I didn't tell you which one. I know which one. I said I made it clear to that one of them that is with unattached FC. He actually his school worked almost like a club. So I will take him out because he actually does that. We can call a name if you want to. I don't want to call a name. But the other 3, they basically they can't start. So
but the question now is,
going to help us.
in the final 20, how much of them from unattached made the final 20?
But they're there.
No, man. No, the final 20.
That's it. The 4.
The 4 are
White.
White Glenmuir.
From Glenmuir. Emerald Swaby from Garvey Massio. Malik Robinson from Garvey Massio. And Nashan Bolt Barrett from Clarendon. They are in the final 20. The only one that can start is Bolt Barrett. The other 3, there is a connection between the other 3. I won't go in there any further. I just hope that they'll be able to, the coaches, they'll be able to do what the coaches need them to do when they're called upon. But I personally, I will not hide it. I don't have that much confidence in them.
Yeah, but all right. So, all right, fine, no problem. So there's 3 players that you can say, boy, you don't have no confidence in the 3 players there.
The exposure, it basically go down to them exposure. I'm going to be honest.
All right.
They needed to have had more exposure. And they had other players there that had way more exposure because these guys, they're good players.
Yeah, but let me say, all right. So, you think those 3 players can be a big problem to us?
Look here, in a competition where you're going to need rotation. So meaning that, okay, let me tell you something. You see, the 11 that they basically have here, I think we can have a strong 11. And then the backup goalkeeper, that's 12. First, right? After that, no. I'm scratching my head a bit because I know Watson, between himself and Gordon, I'm okay. So I'm at 13.
All right, so look on this now.
After that,
So,
I scratch my head.
I could look on the 3 players. The 3 unattached, we say, what made the final 20, which is Robinson, Swaby, and White, right? So we have 2 midfielder and 1 centre back. The centre back can play right across the back line. He can play right back, left back, centre back. He's a kind of them type of centre back. That Malik. Yeah, he can play various positions.
Okay, but question, military, you saw him in the competition, school ball competition, right?
Malik? Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I know he can play right across the back line.
No, hold on, I'm going to ask you something here now. When Garvey Massio went to the nitty-gritty of the competition, was he a regular starter?
Was he a regular starter?
Yes, when he went not in the initial rounds, people will give players game at that time. But when he reached in the big matches, was he a regular starter?
I don't remember because the match. I don't remember. Because I never got the match in the final.
No, but I'm just telling you, he wasn't.
Okay.
Right? Okay. The next one from Garvey Massio, Everald Swaby, when he reached the nitty-gritty and the rough part of the competition, when you know, say, trophy time or whatever up, right? Was he a regular starter?
No, because obviously I don't know because we never watched the last part of them campaign. Because most of the time,
and you can't say anything about Jason White either.
Jason White,
Glenmuir.
No, Jason White was a part of the team.
No, not part of the team.
No man, Jason White play through. Jason White play through.
He played games. I know. Hold on.
Well, no, Jason White, Orion Watson. No, them play right through.
Orion Watson played right through.
Jason White play right through, man.
When you reach the business end of the season, he was a regular starter. Are you 100% sure on that?
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Jason White and Orion Watson are regular starter.
I said Orion Watson. I know about Orion.
I tell you, Jason White and Orion Watson are regular starter. Even both of them went down to the under 16 competition and go play for the under. When Glimmer drop out and then done the something there, they went down to play the under 16 as well.
Yeah, well, look here. As I said, far as I know from what when I did my checks, he was up to when he reached the business end. He was the most the unattached SCs. Apart, they were not regular starters. All straight throughout, and that is my concern is that if you're not good enough to start regularly in your team, not talking about early in the season, if you're not good enough to start regularly in your team at that level, I don't think you should be pushing into the national team at that stage. You understand? Okay.
But look at this now. All right. So for example, when we look at Matthew, I know Matthew play against big man from long time. Matthew play against Premier League players from long time.
Who is this Matthew we're talking about?
Matthew Ellis.
Okay.
But yes, when we see him, he look shadows of himself.
Okay, but hold on. What we have to look at now, you know, when did Charlie Mont stop playing football?
No man, when Charlie Mont stopped. When Charlie Mont stopped, you know, Matthew went on and played other competition. Because he know it for himself. Matthew went on and played other competition.
Let me know which one. Tell me.
No, all right. So Matt,
hold on. Let me tell you something now. Hold on now. I'm going to burst the bubble and something. You know, what type of competition? Because he's registered a certain club.
Cavaliers. I'm not Cavaliers. I'm Mount Pleasant.
No.
Well, let me know.
He never played for Mount Pleasant.
So he never go for Mount Pleasant.
He went to Mount Pleasant, but he didn't play anything. He couldn't play. He's still a registered player. The Cavaliers. Listen now.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that the Mount Pleasant Academy and the club is two different entities, you know.
Agree.
You'll have players down there from other clubs, and they are not transferred to Mount Pleasant FC. They go to the school, but they will leave later on and go back to their club. So just understand that, because there are at least two players there. Well, there's another player in the team there, you know, that I think they have him at Mount Pleasant Academy, which is right. But he's registered to another Premier League club. He's actually registered to play Premier League. I won't call his name. Right? But another player is there like that. You understand? But a lot of people don't realize that actually. So after, I'm just telling you for a fact with Matthew Ellis did not play anything else after October.
Okay,
and
well,
you have to tell me which competition you need to play. I know for a fact he couldn't play anything.
Well, me know. So me see him play something still. So me have to go louder.
Canada League, well.
Probably have to go louder.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So when he got back into the team and they called him back into the team because they had dropped him, you know.
Me know.
When they found out that they had a problem with, I think, Zach Lovelace, they tried to bring him back in. But this kid I know was way behind the other guys that were about 3 weeks into camp, right? And playing regularly. And most of the other guys too, their teams didn't drop out until near December. So you're talking about this kid for the whole of October, the whole of November, the whole of December, 3 months. And then now if you add another 3 months and maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks, he has not really been training regularly.
So you would understand the reason why in kind of...
You understand him going look at Shada himself.
Yeah.
You know, you can't use that as thing there.
Agree.
They should have had him in there and kept him in that team. You know, that was unfair to the youngster. So you can't say look at Shada himself. That one won't work.
Yeah, but look on it. But you have to look on it now. What if the case in which when you look on the other players who are way sharper than him at present moment and the commissioner draw closer?
No problem. That's why I say at that stage, of course. But you can't set the goalpost a certain way and then no boy. You know, there's no way he could catch up with them. There's no way.
Exactly.
That's in
that sense, me agree.
So there's no problem.
That's why in that sense, I say, me not really have an issue with it. I'm a big advocate for Matthew. I play on my rate. But when me see him for myself with a couple of games, him look a shadow himself. So me say, all right.
Thing I would say.
You look off. I'm
But
gonna understand why.
the reason why.
Exactly. I'm gonna understand the reason why you're not selected. Me look on I'm Che Gardner. I'm gonna say to myself, I'm gonna understand the reason why you're not get selected as well.
I'm not playing. I'm not in anything, and I would have thought that is dad carrying him there. I thought that was the idea, but I don't know if him dad just trying to hold out for that, trying to get him attached to a big club. You understand? Because all of this time we thought, because when you talk about technical superiority, I know of his technical superiority because I can talk about it here. I was one of them that spoke to the coaching staff about including him because I know him to be one of the best of the age group here at this time when he was here in Jamaica. But when he came back, I didn't know that he was never attached to a team all of this time. And he was going to drop back. You understand? Because I could tell you, he was easily ahead of Bell. I thought he would have probably made it and Bell wouldn't have gotten there. But
well, Bell looks superior team right now. Even this Bell
they
size.
are, because they have been training regularly.
When you remember time, so when we go watch a Michael match, because in the Michael, I think Bell scored the first goal for Michael. One screamer from about 30 yards out. Bell hit it back in it. And
Bell was injured. Bell was coming off an injury.
Exactly. And when we look on him, I say, Bell, despite Bell little small physique, him play superior.
Because I'm used to the thing. Let me give it. I don't want to digress too far, but I have to talk about another player that came under me years ago, Alex Marshall. Alex Marshall, when he finished the under 17, he was advised not to go back to play schoolboy. But some other people had said, no, go and play schoolboy. And then when Alex had finished playing schoolboy level, he got an offer for a club in Germany. And when he went, at this stage, he had not yet played any Premier League. He had not trained with or played with big men. And when he went there, he lost out on getting that contract because they wanted somebody that was ready. And he was technically are good, but you're not matching up against the bigger, stronger players at this stage. They're not used to it, and they weren't willing to invest in him. They say, okay, when those clubs want, they're going to say, okay, boy, I've heard a thing from a player today. In another interview, something Amar Holness. When they mention that, when the club they say, "Oh boy, well, we'll look at you again when you get back up, whatever. You can check us. You can check us back." Which means it's just another way you can't help us now. You understand? So a lot of these players, this is one of the things that will get to them. You understand? And it's the same thing I can say. Marshall had the same problem years ago when he just kept playing schoolboy, and then now to make the transition, he got held back. Because, you understand? Certain bad habits were there and so on, and then later on, yes, he did. But at that stage, his development didn't move as it should have. The same thing like with Magito,
So question.
He went to Harborview and then he was told no.
So may I ask you a question? Would you advise some of these youngsters, like at 16, Cameron did, like even Ainsworth who's at 17, I play Premier League for so long. 2 seasons now, Ainsworth I play Premier League, right?
This is his third season. Remember, he won the season Premier League coming off at the bench. Finished the final.
Okay, yes, yeah. So Ainsworth at 17, I played.
A regular starter.
I played 3 years of season Premier League at 17.
He's still eligible to play schoolboy football next season.
Yep, no, but about 2 more seasons. You have. One more. Which month in Bar? Which month in Bar?
No, man, in Bar in August. Next year,
August. So I turn 18 this year.
Right.
Yeah.
My turn. This is him last season, though.
Yeah.
You understand?
So, all right. So, and at that level, playing at that level, would you say that even one Marshall or one Terry McGee, that right at this present moment, Ian's to be superior to them based on the fact that he play against bigger man from.
We know, we can say that for a fact. Because a lot of people don't even know that, McGee was part of the Cavalier Youth Program. A lot of people don't even know that. But I'm just telling you, of course, he is way ahead of a lot of them right now. The only thing that a lot of people, if you're talking them, the man in the street and say, Chris Ainsworth, they don't know him.
They don't know him.
Because they don't know him from schoolboy football, because that is what it gives the hype and it gives the name.
True.
But
But schoolboy football level is nothing compared to the Premier League. Nothing at all.
Compared to what he's playing now. And look here, this youngster has been trained day in, day out, day in, day out. What I will recommend any youngster out there who has the talent to get attached to
a Premier League club.
A Premier League club. Hold on, not just any Premier League club. Because some of them will go to certain Premier League clubs and they will not give them the opportunity.
True.
Do your research. There are clubs out there that will give you the opportunity. Just like how Cohen, a lot of people might say, oh, Vera at the bottom. Cohen is a regular starter. When you look at Dunstan Cohen playing with these guys,
he look better, man. Easy. But that's what I say. Me watch Cohen. All right. So this morning, this morning, me do a little analysis and me a reason somebody I met about me watch. So me watch a game yesterday and me realize that the team are overload on the right hand side. So me look over there, a Cohen over there, and I say to myself, why do I do it? So me figure more or less say. Because Cohen is a marquee player. He was always attract players to him. I'm always gonna have the ball. So say over there so the players them go generally go for try see if they can create something. But this message to the person that the only issue I have is this. Yes, them might do the overload. But when Cohen beat him man and try to get the ball across, when you look up here, there's no one. So he just whip across the same way.
Yeah, what I can say is that is where Zach Lovelace was supposed to have come in.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically the plan that the coach was looking at. They were expecting getting. Mm-hmm. And then now they have the other option that is there now. Ashton Gardner is not 100%.
No, yeah,
so Orion Watson is the next one. And then you also have Mahoney and Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I don't, they're not close to who they expected to have had.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So that is one of the issues there. So, I don't know. I just hope that...
Mahoney are growing in game still.
What's that?
Mahoney are growing. He might get better and better every time I see him.
Yeah, man. No, he's getting better and better because he plays that role. Simmons, though, I think he has done a disservice by the coaching staff. I'm not going to hide that because he's not a number 9 player.
Mm-mm.
And he's been thrust into a role, but he's trying his best.
That's the same Tal Brown we watched the other day.
What's that? Yes. He's a 16.
The 16. So what position is his natural position?
His natural position is midfield.
Ooh.
Right? So you can't, it's not because somebody plays a midfield role, it means that they're going to be that comfortable playing in that number 9.
False 9 like that.
You understand?
Yeah, but even in the same sense, even the same sense, when I see him dropping at the midfield, you still have a question said, we don't know if maybe it's just a bad day. It could be just him just have a bad day. It could be.
I wish I'm in 2 matches.
Yeah, true. That's true. That is true.
In 2 matches, and I think did he play yesterday too?
Yeah, man, he played yesterday.
So you saw him in 3 matches. I don't know what your opinion now.
3
matches. I saw him in 2. My opinion.
It never different from what we see before.
So my opinion won't change on that. But I hope he'll grow into the role, and they'll
No, I think he play attacking midfield and he came on.
Okay, that is actually where he's supposed to play.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He'll have to come from behind like that. That is how he can't play like how they want him to. You understand?
Yeah.
I think they're realizing that there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But basically, as I see it, I don't know. The team has a good chance, but not everybody, as I said, the thing is when they put the players out of position, like in the case of, say, Adrian Reed, if he was a very good player, he would have flopped in the back line. Adrian Reed has never played as a centre back.
I'm surprised.
He can play. No, listen now.
But he played good too. He played good yesterday.
Knows that he can play there. We know that he can play there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because technically he's good and so on. And I understand why he's there. Because he's the outlet between the defense now and the midfield. Right. So I understand why. But the problem is if anything happens to him, you're dead. Because I don't see anybody else that's going to be able to go around there and do that.
Unless I'm shift Ayer over to the side there.
Yeah, but Ayer...
And you don't want to move Ayer to the centre?
I don't think they're going to want to move Ayer from there. I don't know.
And so, if Jevin Williams is okay, you wouldn't see Adrian Reed on this now.
I know, because Adrian was going to be further off. But as I say, it is what it is. I support the team, what the team is doing. I just have a serious concern about the unattached FC players, because from time to time, at the end of most sometimes competitions, the first thing you hear the coaches tell you, why you have some players in the team they weren't used to this level of football, they weren't to the exposure, and when you narrate back down, it's not all of the players, but you have a 3 or 4 or 5.
Me no, you why me no worry about them. 3 players. 3 players. Me not say 2 players, definitely. We are.
For me, it's 3.
Alright. For me.
And they're going to have to carry the load.
Mm-hmm. You want me not worry about them, right? Mm-hmm. Them playing on position that have lots of numbers.
Yeah.
They playing in position 2 midfielder and one centre back. They have enough numbers there so. And these are positions you don't rotate, even though they might play the match in close, you don't really rotate those positions heavily. Mm-hmm. You rotate the attackers, but you don't rotate defenders. Even if they might play 2 days back to back, you don't really rotate defenders.
That is true.
So, if we see Adrian Reader play, if we 3 centre back and we goalkeeper, the chance of them being rotated unless one of them injured.
Can't.
Alright. So unless something like that happen. I don't care though. That's the only way you see rotation there. So. Because a strong system depends on continuity. You must have the same players that play on a regular basis. You can change 1 and 2 players, yeah, but you can consistently. This because you have 11 today and them play a match 2 days later, you change the entire 11. No, I know so you go. I'm no, you know that. So we expect to see the at minimal, at least the spine of the team. We are going to see that on a consistent basis. And maybe after like the game, further going to commission 1 and 2 changes there. So then we're probably at that woeful by the time there. They can make them fair assessment if you say, all right, the player now can manage. We can put this person. They can at least have made a fair assessment and said, all right, this thing is tough. Or we can't arrest nobody. Or this thing is not as tough. Or we can do this.
Look here, how I see it tonight, you're going to have to go full strength for the first match against Cuba. Mm-hmm. The match against Guadeloupe, as far as I see, we can try to do some rotation there. After that, you're going to have to go full strength.
It depends.
After that.
Okay, if we lose against Cuba.
No, I'm not expecting. I expect us to win.
All right.
I expect us to win that. So if we win that, right?
Why not? Why not? If we can go full strength 2 times and seal 6 points and then do 1 and 2 rotation for next game.
No, the thing is I don't see us scoring more than 1 goal, the maximum 2.
Why not? Because the goal.
I just not seeing it right now because push it. Right, I just not seen it because I didn't see it against Trinidad. Mm-hmm. I didn't see it in the leading up to it. Right, so I just don't think I'm not expecting that. Mm-hmm. Right, and the team isn't even configured to score a lot of goals. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that is going to happen. And the thing is, when we go up against Costa Rica, if I'm expecting both of us would have won our 2 matches, mm-hmm. I wouldn't want it to be goal difference to the one that separates us. Mm-hmm. But that would mean getting second place. Second place is almost it. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yeah. I understand why I say read that.
1 minute there, 1 minute. 2 hours. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. So, hopefully, if I'm not, hopefully it doesn't come down that we're going to draw with Costa Rica. You know, if it comes down, we might have to just beat them. Look, at this stage, it looks like we're going to have to be looking for the first place. Mm-hmm. Because the only other way I think we might, and you can't plan for third place.
But let me tell you, but you think about it, you know, football is an unexpected game, you know. So we might look on here and say this team is going to be a tough team, and on the day maybe that the team we have certain criteria so that the team that really can cope with. And the team we expect so will probably go maybe I go be the easier team for beat. Probably be turn out to be the most difficult team. So football is just very, very difficult because remember saying initially most of us said that say boy, Jamaica, we're supposed to beat Trinidad. That is the sense we have. We're supposed to beat Trinidad. But when me watch a Trinidad team play, I do believe that they play some good football. I 100% believe they play some good football.
1 minute.
Mm-hmm. As we said, people, I do think that the Trinidad team came and they played some good football. Yes, we might believe that boy is not as high as what we would want it to be, but we all will be surprised to see Jamaica turn up and we look actually better than what we expect. But it boils down to many different variables, a lot of different variables. People smash the like button. We have about a couple more minutes to go. So Max, let me tell you. the concerns are there same way because even after the games, spoke with a few of the persons who came to watch the game, spoke with the coach as well, and the same concerns still linger about. And me I hope, me really I hope say that as something where we work on, do some extra, extra work on, and get it out of the way. Because
I did say this a long time ago before even that there's a problem. The defense is going to be solid. I don't know if I spoke on your program, but I spoke on somewhere else. But I did make it known that the defense, 100% no problem, right? And I said that there is an issue. Find out that. That's my only concern. But we can do it. It was what? It's Reggae Month, Bob Marley. So we can do a Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Come on, Bob Marley. All the way down. I'm good.
Yeah, so job some Bob Marley.
I have no problem because I did two of them already, so yeah, I don't have a problem.
Yeah. Two.
I think how much it would take? It would take 1, 2, 3, about 5 of them. 5 Bob Marleys, and we're good.
Yeah, I look on it, but look on it. Because remember saying that the expectation is that we are not good enough, and when I think I'm gonna look on it, is that when the team are play against the big men, them right, they don't concede a lot, and if you are play against the Premier League level teams, them. And you not concede, it means when you play against your age level, it's going to be difficult as well.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's going to be difficult as well. Now, there's an issue. Ronaldo said, I'm sick of Jamaica long ball game. We are fast and strong. We should be playing quick counter-attacking football. We love play ball like we have any target man. Yeah, all right. Is there a concern for long ball?
Hold on. Look here. Military. Let me just say one thing quickly. If these people are speaking, have they looked at our teams that have qualified in the past? And what is the pillars that they use to qualify?
Transition football, long ball.
Is a strong defense, you know? And the same thing, you know? So look here, let me tell you. You see, if it's not broke, we're not going to try to we want to play tiki-taka. We have never qualified. I can say for under 17, we qualified twice. I remember the 2011 team. That team would have been a little bit different because they had a core set of players in that team that were playing together for like 4 years.
Yeah, but
that 8 of them.
But that was a core that was a core of local players. Strictly, it was all strictly local.
No, it was a core player from one club.
Oh, which club?
It was about 8 players, and I can't say which club.
Why not?
Why
not? Cavaliers. Okay. So
And,
hold on. Question. So
yeah.
the last time we qualified, well, that was the first time, right?
That was the second time.
The second time. So 2011, the second time we qualify. A Cavaliers qualify we?
No, I didn't say that.
No, I ask you if you think that.
It depends. I don't know. You can read into it what you want to read into it.
But if the core players, if the core players are play about 8, and 8 of them are possible starters, and the team qualify.
When we played against France, I think at least 7 of them were on the field. Yes, France, yeah.
Exactly.
And we had a good result.
How much you game finish?
Huh?
How much you game finish?
I think that match was a draw, you know.
Draw.
Kurt Zuma's on there. But as I said, the difference with that, you know, those players were playing together for 4 years before.
Okay.
4 years. So there was the understanding that they had. You see, if JFF does something similar and get the better players together and have them out there, it can work. You understand? Because even this particular team, you know, I can tell you, you know, I might be going controversial here, you know, if they had taken some of the better players them from the Phoenix, the Cavalier, and then from the Viera and the Harborview, and, you know, etc., right? And put them together, right? And probably have like a Mr. Hyde there, Lenworth, right? You have him there as a coach, but you give him time with a year. You'd be able to play the football with the people that I like. But we don't have the time. So we have to work with what we have. We have the 3 defenders in the back are 3 captains also. So they have the responsibility and they are capable, more than capable. I hear Dixon is a class player. Gooden is a warrior. Plus, a lot of people don't even know. Gooden is originally a forward.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Adrian Reed, Premier League experience, captain him, been around him, travels. You understand? So, you know, and then the goalkeeper. You have the black there, you know.
Yeah.
Then you have Barrett in front with a regular Premier League. You have the spine.
The spine is here, man. I'm going to lead the line.
Right? We just have to work. We're not going to play in a tiki-taka football tomorrow. Just support the team, make them try to do it as best as they can do, and just hope everybody keep fit straight through. I know, that was one of the things.
What central midfielder them will play against the Reggae Boyz. Them 15-year-old. Now they play for Portmore United. He was 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well.
And they look real good. After me and the coach I reason, the coach I tell me say I'm 15. And we say that first me I see him. He say him play for stats. Him play for stats. No, sorry. What the team name man the school Bridgeport him play for. Play for Bridgeport. So, but Bridgeport never go so far in a schoolboy football. So a lot of person never get to see.
That's another problem too, you know.
So a lot of person never get to see.
Yeah, if you look at that's why you can't pick players from schoolboy. You need to pick them from club competition.
No, but true. But the only thing about it, Mr. Maxwell, there wasn't any. No club competition now go on.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing.
You remember what the time them keep the under 17 and under 20.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a big issue just to put on the commission. Nobody no want to participate. That
is. No, it's not. Nobody want to participate. An FA, you could just call it. Casafa FA blocked it. They blocked it. It's not a secret. They blocked it.
And I must about 6 teams participate. 6 on it.
And they had to do that. Competition was played almost undercover. People couldn't know when you had to be tightened because you didn't want anybody to try to sanction anybody and so on. So the almost undercover.
I remember telling how me almost get in trouble with the commission there as well. Because a particular club, because I remember some stream the games them, right? Me stream the games.
Man,
them.
I know. Mm-hmm.
A particular club wear one jersey because they don't have that much amount of jersey. So then we wear one jersey and they brand upon the jersey. And because of our previous year, and they never sponsor them same when they wear the jersey and play the match. And because my thing go out, my pictures then go out, be a problem, they must say, hey, them link me and say, if it's possible from retract it and this and that. I mean, just go to man, shut it and deal with it. Anyway, me never not get in trouble still. The club that get that trouble.
Yeah.
But that is the thing. It's not sponsored. Not many people I try get involved in it. And it come like say the pressure what the club commander was coming from somewhere different rather than the sponsoring company.
It wasn't. As I said, it was being pressured by Casafa. I think Casafa needs to work out them problem with JFF.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because there are problems where it don't make sense that they try to stop other leagues. Just like with the Tier 2 now, they have issue with the Tier 2 because they want to. It's almost a similar situation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a similar situation because they try to block their teams to participate. They actually in that under 20 cars have a view, and the teams gradually pull up because they say, boy, they can't take the sanction from Casafa. Casafa can't stop it from playing practice matches.
Yeah, myself no. Even what they this is something that happened where, and internally Casafa is coming under pressure internally because the clubs them start pressure them now because the clubs them basically say they start demanding money now after winning the competition. That are Real Mona and Mid Forest. And they must say, yeah man, them basically say they think we want to participate in the Tier 2 competition because that is the direction to the Premier League now. JFF set them mandate. And we want to participate in the competition. And because JFF set them mandate, because of that we're not allowed. We are not being allowed to really express ourselves as though we would want to. And be it things, be it issues, be it internal affairs, be it them something that take place now. And unfortunately, I say go, Mr. Maxwell, I get a call. You go, Mr. Maxwell, drop the link in the comment section if you want to jump on. All right.
Okay, yeah man.
Morning, caller. Good day.
Good show so far.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to ask you a general question because I'm not from Jamaica, but I listen to a lot of your shows and other people's shows in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I see is a issue throughout the whole Caribbean is having sustainable programs for youth development and. The on the 17th for Jamaica, on the 17th for Barbados, Trinidad. There's not a long-term program. I think you touched on it just a while ago. For us to expect to be competitive, not just participate, be competitive in these regional tournaments. We have to have a sustainable program. So we know for 2-3 years these guys have been training together, or there's competition, there's inter competition among the age groups. So we know we're picking the cream and the crop. We know we have to develop the players, what areas, what mental approach we have to gear to these players. We know all of these things. So when we come to tournament time, we know we have a good product and we can produce. We expect great results when we go to these tournaments. And that's one of the things that take a lot in the Caribbean, generally. I don't know if you could think of something that, listen, what is hindering the JFF or the wider body Jamaica to have these programs for develop our players so we could be competitive in these regional tournaments. Time and time after again, we always hear that there's not enough time to prepare these teams, and we just go there to participate, not to be competing.
All right.
Because it's, to me, participating.
All right, so the thing about it is that most persons don't really understand a lot of things because not many international teams get time to prepare. No, I don't. No international team get time to prepare.
Youth development, I'm talking about.
Yeah, but all right, so youth development. The only time you can look on a youth team and say they get the necessary time to prepare is unless you have a team that 80% of that team is played inside of your country. It's playing inside of your country where you can actually structure a program for them. But most of the teams that are playing at a high level, when you look right across the board, they would have players playing at different clubs. So when it's international time now, they would come in as per norm, just like when the Reggae Boys are getting ready for the World Cup. Look at what Argentina try. It's just a regular thing. That if you want players playing at a particular place, they would have to come in from different clubs, which is a norm. Let me give an example now. With an established nation like England, where most of their players are already playing inside of England, it's not hard for their youth teams to have a camp, week camp on this basis. But as you mentioned, the problem is we don't have the resources to fund the youth programs, i.e., if there is 14 clubs listen to this keenly. This is where the problem stems. There's 14 clubs in the Premier League. For each one of those clubs in the Premier League to facilitate their youth program, they're going to have an under 21 team, under 18 team, and under 13 team. Under 21, 18, 13. So that's 3 different teams, right? Each one of those teams are playing on different dates. Each one of those teams will be playing games at different locations. Listen to this and know. If you find out that the club only have one bus and one team is playing on Monday, one team is playing on Tuesday, the next team is playing on Wednesday, and the next team is playing on Thursday. And there's only one team boss, right? Why listen, Keelan? You're going to need resources to facilitate each one of those teams to participate in those competitions. Now, people are going to say, get sponsors on board. How many sponsors do you think one team can obtain to financially maintain that?
MG. I hear what you're saying, and I respect what your opinion, but look in Trinidad the other day, they had an under 20 league. Okay? I know you were saying that before I called, they were trying to establish the league, and a lot of players, Cassava didn't appreciate didn't want to establish that league. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. But in Trinidad, they play under 20 league. Every Saturday night, I could watch under 20 league out of Nicaragua. Okay? So you see, there's a system in place where players can express their talent, okay, or harness their talent, or build capacity, right? But we need, I think we need to do research on what FIFA sponsor in terms of youth development programs, because I think, from my understanding, I could be wrong, they have money put aside for development for under 15, for different age group, right? But we need to also hold these associations accountable. We need to somehow, because it's where I live, I'm going to call where I live right now. Where I live is the same thing. It's hard for these associations to have a sustainable development program for youth development. It's very hard. They always come together 3, 4, 5 months before and try to work magic, and it doesn't work that way. Magic work, or why it doesn't work for 5 months. You understand? So,
all right. So having the under 20 commission,
I think that we are lack throughout the whole Caribbean. Every so often in the United States that they call a showcase for the under 13, under 17 players, under 20 players, you know, to a camp for a week. You know, it can happen. They can put on something like that in Jamaica. It's not that difficult.
all right.
You know,
I understand.
Listen up there. So take care.
All right, both. Well said. I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. The difficulties in that, you know, is that we can put on the under 20 competition, but as we just spoke about, there was another entity, another organization who was pulling from it. They didn't want to participate in it. I don't know the situation surrounding it. I would love to get information on it, but definitely it's one to look at. I do think that they have tried it. It's not like they haven't done it. They tried it. There's under 20 commission that went on in St. Catherine. Like at this present moment, there's a major league for every single parish. Every single parish is participating in a major league right now in preparation to participate in the Tier 2 competition, the Tier 2 qualifiers competition. And then after the Tier 2 qualifiers competition, then they will play in the Tier 2 competition, which in turn was going to promote those two teams to play into the Premier League. But that is at the higher level of football. Now, where youth football is concerned, there's not a lot of football being played at the youth level. So there's no under 20 football commission. So just as I said, right at this present moment, there should be an under 20 commission going on from the start of the Premier League season. Just the same as the Premier League. So if the under 20 is on Saturday and the Premier League is on Sunday, Monday, fine, no problem. But at least we get the games out of the way on Saturday for the youth players. Now, this is what we find out. This is what we found out happening. Because there's no under 20 commission, and we still want to bed in the youth players, you find out that these same youth players are a part of the senior of the Premier League teams, and that's what they try to do to bed them in. Because there's not necessarily, it's difficult to please everyone. It's difficult to please everyone. Right now, the female Jamaica Women Premier League is going on. There's no sponsors. They're trying to get sponsors, still can't get any sponsors. And also, there's no resources in it. So, if they should start under 21 commission right now, it's going to be difficult because there's going to be no resources, no coverage, no nothing. And it's just so far stretched with a minimum amount of resources. Because the truth, you know, all boils down to availability of resources. It doesn't matter what we think, resources are must. And if corporate Jamaica don't come on board, no matter what you try to sell them, no matter what you try to tell them, corporate Jamaica, they're not a big fan of football in Jamaica. You know what they are big fan of? Why? Because track and field is the emblem of Jamaica. It's not football.
Okay. Yeah, but you see, if you were able to showcase a good product, corporate Jamaica or any corporate within any country will come on board. But what is happening in the Caribbean, right, is that we don't have any sort of a sound program. Even on senior teams, you want the senior team players throughout the Caribbean, and you want to compare that to Canada, United States, and Mexico. You see a vast difference. You see the Canadians this last World Cup period. They were wonderful in their play. You see that fast leap in development, the technical abilities.
Yeah.
What is the ingredients, or what is their development programs that allow them
resources
up that ladder?
Resources structure.
Their ability to play well.
Resources structure planning. Structure planning. Resources allows them to formulate a structure, and they can plan on those structure. Because
The resources are there, you know, it's just that the FAs and association don't spend the money.
no, all right. Listen. All right, let me tell you. All right, so Canada is a big country, a wealthy country. You will find multiple businesses who are looking to if people would say evade tax. So they're looking areas where they can send in their money, where they can put money to this, put money to that. So they're looking places where they can sponsor. In Jamaica, you don't really find that. It's not as prevalent. You'll find other commission that they get their sponsors.
When you have the FAs in them, like in Trinidad and Jamaica, where it's alleged that money is being misused, right?
Trust.
Yeah, and trust. You're not gonna find nobody come on board. No corporation wanna come on board. And that's where the focus matter starts, where you have to have a sound FA with a good track record, and people want to come on board. You see what happened in Trinidad?
But the question I'm going to ask now is this.
A supplementary FA had to be put in place because the FA was bankrupt. Understand? So we need to look in ourselves and say, listen, our FAs are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Let's call meetings and let's have meetings to know how the finances being dispersed, how it's being used, so we get appreciation whether or not they're doing the prudent thing with the money.
I agree with that. So, listen, so the resources and lack of trust are the two biggest factors. Because if there's no trust, you won't get resources.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You take it out.
All right, boss. Go on, Rolando.
I want to add something to that, as well as the mistrust and everything else. I think the football clubs, too many football clubs centralize in one area. You don't have enough resources in that one area, businesses in that one area for all those clubs to seek sponsors from. If I was the sole club, if Portmore United was the sole club in, let's say, Portmore or St. Catherine, then they have a wide variety of business they could choose from to request sponsors or whatever it is.
All right, Rolando, you know much business in Portmore United? Na Portmore?
And if that,
you hear me?
I'm using that as an example with, like, for instance, Kingston, who has basically all of the teams, all of the teams, and basically.
But them have a holiday, them are to generate most of the money in the country, so it shouldn't be a problem.
It should.
Why it should?
Because all the talent and everything is trained going to that side. Everything is pushed to that side.
All right. So
everybody's competing. Everybody's competing in one pool on that side.
If that is the case, then why some of the clubs outside of Kingston find it difficult to get sponsors? What do you think about that?
Military.
Bless up, Cataract.
Yeah, afternoon, brother.
Hey, Cataract. How many see you yesterday?
No, man, you should have seen me, but here so them have some COVID things, so we never come out in our open. But then, man.
You did it?
Yeah, man.
So what kind of COVID things you talking about?
No, they have a spike, They have a serious spike in our face.
Okay.
So we couldn't mingle with nobody. Somebody did it.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Well, your business they left with me. That get knocked.
But tell Shaman that.
that get knocked, man.
But because of what I have to do, like the day after, I couldn't be around nobody and then go be around.
Thing, man. I also work man.
And then go be around the big man. You understand? Them say couldn't that. Because them get an update about where have COVID spikes,
Oh.
St. Elizabeth have a serious spike in COVID.
Then good, man. They can make the update all the kind of stuff they want.
Yeah, man. But I wanted to jump in on this and then get back to the actual footballing aspect. So I think military, you're missing a fundamental business aspect of it. Essentially what happened now is that football is a Kingston and St. Andrew and Clarendon product. Right? So it's Central Jamaica and Kingston and St. Andrew. So you have one club in a St. Anne and you have one club in St. Catherine, 3 clubs in Clarendon, and the rest in Kingston, and 2 struggling teams in a Mobile, right? So you can't look for regional companies or community business to sponsor football. They don't have that kind of turnover. So when a company like, let's say, Courts look at football, they're going to say, well, so what will happen to my brand in Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Hanover, Westmoreland, Trelawney, St. Mary, Portland, St. Thomas? No, so it doesn't make sense. However, I know that if I sponsor track and field, there is a track meet in Eastern Champs, Western Champs. This, you understand what I'm saying? So it's not a national product, but it's trying to seek national sponsorship. And I think that's a fundamental structural and systematic deficiency that if hard decisions are not taken, it's gonna get worse. Right? It really are gonna get worse. So let's say, for example, big sponsors would be like the tourism product, right? Big hotel chains, they have mega box. And if you remember, Sandals used to sponsor football. Even they had a team in out of St. Elizabeth one time, right? Sandals White House did have a team, and even Sandals was a sponsor of the Reggae Boyz. They used to provide hotel rooms, and Sandals was the football ground at Sandals was the training ground for the Reggae Boyz. I don't know if you remember them time there.
Long time,
but,
man. Long time.
Yeah, man. But at that point, you had Seba, Violet Kickers, Wadada in St. James. You had Reno in Westmoreland.
Valley from St. Catherine.
No man. I'm talking the tourist belt.
Oh, tourist side. Okay.
Right. Reno in Westmoreland, and you had Volvo in St. Anne, and then you had this team. Oh God, what's the name of the team? I can't remember the name in Trelawney. Oh God, it's not Danieltown. I can't remember the name of the team in Trelawney, but you had a coverage of teams from the tourism belt. So because these people don't do it from a touristic standpoint, they do it on a business perspective. So my workers see that I am sponsoring football. It's my social contribution, for example, because the tourists now go see Sandals and say, oh, they're going to book a room, right? So when we lost that belt, you lost a significant amount of sponsorship from there. Your St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Trelawney again is the sugar and the rum, right? We don't have no team there. Wordy Park and thing in St. Catherine, there's no team there's no Rivoli, there's no team in St. Catherine for them to say, okay, let me galvanize around. So the major industries that have deep pockets, they are sidelined out of football by virtue of where the teams are. And then those that are national businesses, football that are national sport. So you're going to struggle. The people not going to throw good money after bad. And our failure to qualify for World Cups means that they don't get the highlight that they would be looking for. You know, the national euphoria and things like that. That's my take on that. Well, pause and let another man come forward in, and then I can give him a take on the under 17.
Yeah. So Roland, what do you think about that?
Well, he explained it better than me. My mic was giving trouble for some reason. He explained it better than me, but essentially that's what I was saying. And I was trying to add something else in terms of, for instance, fans and ticket revenue and so forth. You know, it's like all the teams centralized in one location. A community around the corner have a team, another community around the corner have a team. You don't even have enough fans to stretch for all of those teams. These are the things I'm talking about, you know.
Brother, I really can't see the name because I use the phone, right? But Reggie, I support Leeds, right? Leeds has about a population of about 500,000, or a little above that. And Leeds town have one team with a catchment area of 500,000, right? Newcastle, with going on about whisper going to Newcastle, but look at Newcastle. Newcastle has just about the same size population. You can check it up. One team there, so. Arnett Gardens have a population of about what? If you even look in the I suppose Gardens, right? If you look for the elections, you have what? The voters is about 40,000 people there on the voters list, or 30-something thousand. And then, remember, so now, half the man them can't come across, right? Because in that one constituency, that one geographical area, you have Boys Town and Arnett Gardens. So we're getting 20,000 versus 500,000 to sustain a club. We're getting these people from. So
wait a second. The idea of limiting the amount of clubs would be actually a good idea.
The limiting the number of clubs is a good idea. I would believe that, look here, I do business process re-engineering, right? And sometimes when you go into business, you have to say, look here, just stop. I could just draw a line. This was what we used to do. We are doing something else now, right? Otherwise, you just become insignificant, right? All right. Watch a player. If we started and said, all right, you have 15 parishes, right? Let me give Portmore as a parish, right? Each parish have one God Almighty team. It's going to hurt somebody, you know. It really going to hurt someone. That's how we're starting. And I would even go and say, all right, the largest population is in Kingston and St. Andrew, right? So I could say, all right, Kingston, different from St. Andrew, right? Good.
Kingston FC, St. Andrew FC.
Right. But in St. Andrew, we can break it down because you get 15, right? You can break down St. Andrew. Let me say you break down St. Andrew at 4, because St. Andrew really have a high concentration of population, right? Like I say, you have North, South, Eastern, and West. 4. So you end up with a 20-team competition, right? 20 professional teams. And then you play the first season. You see the top 10 teams, who are the Premier League. So the next set of team, 10, who are the Championship. Done. 2 relegated, 2 promoted. So you get the relegation excitement, promotion excitement. Now, in that way, you could even say, all right, Kingston, you have to decide. Is it Tivoli? Is it Harbourview? Is it Rockfort? Which is the team that representing Kingston?
I'm them do a playoff system.
I say you can't have your team, you know.
Yeah, man, I say do a playoff system and the best team win.
The best team win, but the best structure. Now, whoever the team is, I don't have a horse in the race, but I could, and I'm gonna say you could even give Kingston 2 teams, right? Because we know the politics of it, right? We know some hard politics there. So you can give Kingston 2, because them have a large population of people. So Eastern Kingston and Western Kingston. So that's what I give 20 teams. So Harbour View would exist as the team from Eastern Kingston, and Tivoli would exist as the team from Western Kingston, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a St. Andrew, right? In a northern St. Andrew, all you have is you would have Constant Spring or Barbican. They have to make up their mind, right? In a eastern St. Andrew, you either have Augusttown, Huey, or Real Mona. Those are the clubs there that have that have been to the Premier League or done anything.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have to come together and form one club. One ground would be the match day ground, and the other ground would be the training ground. Because you're not trained for a match field. It's only in Jamaica that we do that. So it's not like we had get rid of your club. The infrastructure. In a Western Jamaica, you don't really have no problem. Western, you have Waterhouse by far and Medieval and Duane Park, them are cry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the real problem would have been Southern St. Andrew, because you have Boys Town, you have Arnett Gardens,
Tivoli
and you have
Garden.
Malines. No, man, Tivoli is Western Kingston.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you have to make a hard decision. If you look at Ministry of Education, they had Charlie Smith and Trenchtown High, and at some point they made a decision. And
You didn't mention Marvally, you and then?
Marvally would be in Western.
Mm-hmm.
Marvally
would be Western.
Marvally would be Western. Yeah, Marvally is Western. And Marvally would pay. Do you know how big Marvally is? Marvally runs from Washington Boulevard to 200 meters up the road on Malines Road, and 100 meters that way before you get it. 200 meters before you get into Patrick City.
Mm.
How can that can't sustain nothing? And you have big Waterhouse.
So the fan base stretch out, the resources stretch out, everybody else to see them.
Everything stretch out.
Everybody else to see them sponsors.
And then when a man go to the sponsor, when I tell the sponsor, boy, sponsor me, but you know, you really would have want. Let me say Pete Patty, with upon Malines Road, the corner of Malines Road and Boulevard. Real Patty people know about Pete's Patty. You don't look at them and say, hey, what? Don't bother sponsor them, you know, because see my fan base, so I know, so over there, so a beer gun, man. They will come say, so you end up tearing down the reputation of each other like a crab in a barrel,
mm-hmm.
running down the dollar. I don't know if you understand the reasoning.
If you get the sponsors,
so some
yeah,
very
man.
hard,
But
very hard decision.
Sponsors. 5 man are going to save sponsors.
Same man. In the end, what the man are going to do? The man don't want to have no bad blood. Remember, so the man only come
amongst everybody. So if I the father have to share, each man I get a dollar.
No, man, make a talk. If the man did plan to give $1 million, he might give Marvel you and then 200,000. He might give Waterhouse 200,000.
Probably give Waterhouse 500,000. Man, might give bigger club a bigger piece of money.
No, I'm gonna do that. You have Duane Park 200,000, Medieval 200,000, and Coreyville 200,000. 5 clubs there in that area.
Mm.
So what 200,000 can do? 200,000 can't play for one player. Can't buy it. If when me go a price mart, I'm gonna push my trolley at Kingston, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me chef me and my mother and my house or my mother house. A 200,000 bill go easy that. You go a price mart, don't?
Mm-hmm. Me not really go there against the triple shop there.
Well, so I'm just saying to you that the structure of it, we might have a thing, our heart attached to this thing, you know, but sometimes nature take its course. And I'm going to leave with that thing before the next man chime in, because the next bridge on the line, right? Look on it. When I first got in the first time for about 6 months, we live in a place named Tooting in South London, and then Peckham, right? And the nearby club for Tooting is Wimbledon. Wimbledon was a big club ever there in the Premier League, but it was a small club because its fan base, Fulham, they're 1 mile up the road, and Chelsea, they're 2 miles in the other direction. So ultimately, the minute that Wimbledon won a FA Cup in 1988, and the year I landed in England, I landed at the U4. That's the first match my cousin them take me going. And I watch John Fashnu, Fash the Bash. It was a black belt karate, but it had to hear him jump and kick a man in the head, you know, from Liverpool. Where brother did name there? John Barnes. The man, the player. Efano Koku. Dennis Wise, where next? Vinnie Jones. Those were the men who, and the team manager, the owner, was the man them called Sam the Man, who went and became I think Cardiff City's manager. Now Sam the Man used to come around in the community, him drinking at the pub, him support the thugs them, the hooligan them. Give them free ticket and buy them beer things. Him give them work at him if they can have some car mart business, beer things. But that was not a sustainable model. The day Wimbledon got relegated out of the Premier League, within a couple of years, the club had to fall. Robbie Earl was in that club too. And Marcus Gale. The minute they got relegated, it was a free fall, and then they had to make some hard decision, and the club became MK Dons. Yeah, it became MK Dons, went out of the league
the club
and got
and rename it.
Yeah, no, they had to close it down. Close it down. The decision was they were able to stay in the league and not go into what you call the league there? In a non-league, because they kept the franchise, but they renamed it to MK Dons, as in Milton Keynes Dons, about 50 miles away, so nobody can go watch no game from this. So, and after a while, a few years later, the community was able to form a club called AFC Wimbledon that used the ground, and all they can do, AFC Wimbledon can only get up to League One most time. But the reality kick in. So people have to think outside the box. In that way, football would be island-wide. It would be competitive. You have the excitement of relegation and promotion. And 20 clubs, I think, is viable.
So
at the maximum. Because Birmingham have 200 people, Birmingham have 2 million people. You know?
You want me to say Qatar, but with all that, what do you think would be the best solution? Minimize the amount of clubs, then? Is that what I get to?
I said to you, 20 clubs at 3 million people is at maximum of what you can sustain. Maximum. Because if you look at Birmingham. Birmingham have nearly 3 million people. Nearly the population of Jamaica live in Birmingham. Right? The second city in England. Birmingham have 3 main clubs. Birmingham City, Aston Villa, and West Bromwich Albion. That's 1 million supporters per club. You can. Them are smaller clubs, you know, like you have Walsall and Solihull and Redditch. But them are community. That is community football. Professionally, is 1 club, 3 clubs sustain out of 1 million people.
Well, funds can't stretch, the revenue can't stretch, everything can't
stretch, the fan base can't stretch. The numbers of fans can't stretch. The sponsorship can't stretch. Right? Because what people don't realize in England, you know, you see, once you move outside the Premier League, you know, when you get to League 2 and League 1, individual businesses have to sponsor individual players, you know. Like a community business, they even fans sponsor a player. Like we can talk about Anthony Grant Camino, right? When they're Swindon, is a company sponsor his kit and his boots. Is a company sponsor. Like I think that it was a glass company where we put in glass. So at the start of the season, them pay for theme kit, right? And they pay like your meals and what those expenses. You understand what I'm saying? Because after you leave out the Premier League and maybe the Championship, funding is difficult. My second solution, we want to talk about under 70 minutes.
Yeah, man. I'll close up. Let me see how much minutes we gone. Yeah, we have about 15 to 20 more minutes left.
All right.
I'm going to get my phone because I'm going to get it.
The parish structure that we have.
But I say now, what happened now? Them restructure it now to one team per parish for the second division league, you know, and the Premier League.
All of that is delaying the inevitable. It's delaying the inevitable.
So maybe they must structure if go the way they don't cataract, but they might take time to do it.
Here's what I'm saying to you. When you have cancer, you know, you either have to do chemotherapy or do surgery and cut out the tumor. Right? You can't put Band-Aid on it. Otherwise, you're dead. The parish, you know what I'm saying? The parish structure, this structure that we have, parish president and parish FA, it doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. It doesn't. England have the most clubs. It have 92, 96 professional clubs, and how much community clubs and a one FA them have, because the management structure costs money, and so money that should be going directly into football is being spent on management and administration. Every FA have an office. Every FA have a secretary. Every parish FA have but some parish have 4 clubs in the parish now. If I that. How much club in Manchester? How much club in St. Elizabeth?
A whole pack club. A whole pack club they have, man.
Brethren, Matak. See.
JPL club?
No, man, not even JPL club.
Club will operate professionally or operational?
Operational clubs that have a ground in a field. I watched a women's football match the other day on TV. And there's a jungle girl that was playing and not even the grass they cut. I don't know if you did see the game then.
Which part?
One team did lose, must be 13-0 or something like that. Over in Manchester. That one jungle girl that was playing. The grass high up to the knee. Serious thing, bad man. So, how you define a professional club is what would make it impossible for every little man to own a club. A professional club must have a senior team. A professional club must have an academy attached to the club. Right? An academy team. A women's team. And a women's youth team. Right? That's what defines a club.
Marsden Ricketts, welcome to the program and thank you very much for becoming a member. Now we have our member list growing quite significant. Ketra, we've got to move to the under 17 now.
Under 17.
Yeah, because people actually show some of the video at the under game. So I kind of just some clip come actually because I don't know. So they must say they know the thing go
to. I think the second game, the team has the same problems. it's the same result, but in a more different and concerning way. In that we didn't score a goal in open play. We scored a penalty. But they will still count. So we played 90 minutes without being able to score a goal in open play, and that is of serious concern. Additionally, over the 2 games, if we are going in with the coaches, I want to choose the right word. The coaching staff had told us that this team are big and strong and physical. Now, big, strong, physical teams score goals from set pieces. Right? Your Wimbledons, your Stoke City. Remember Stoke? That team that everybody loved with the long ball football. Physical football teams, they win games based on creating a chance and scoring from set pieces. We didn't score from the corners or the free kicks. Now, what's the real truth about the result? The real truth about the result is Trinidad are likely going to be the cellar dwellers in their group and not proceed out the knockout phase. So we played against probably the worst team of the 16.
Yeah, hello. Yeah. Continue, Qatar. Somebody calling.
Yeah, man. I said we played against the worst team of the 16 teams that are going there. Possibly the worst. Or if not the worst, certainly in the bottom 4 teams. Right? And we struggled to dispose of them by the odd goal each game. Right? Struggled. Now, it's not a good thing to say we're creating chances and don't put them away. That's an indictment. We say it like you get brownie points for how many chances you create. That's not how football is. The failure in the final third, we saw it in the first match. They changed some pieces around. However, it wasn't any different in the second match. And here are the things: bad decision making, shooting when they should pass, right? When there's a teammate in a better position, passing when they should shoot, and missing open chances. No, those are recipes. If you were in a league, those are recipes for relegation. Right? Because in every match, the other team creates at least one chance. And sometimes they put away that one chance.
Sure. And then what happened after that? If you're not
what happened after that? You're naughty.
Yeah.
Look at Leeds versus Nottingham Forest that Jesse Mars got fired from. Leeds dominated the game. But Patrick Bamford and crew, they put away the chance.
True.
And Gibbs White put away Famous and then Brendan Johnson put away one chance. And the man losing work, gone back to America. So it sounds nice, but for serious footballing people, that's an indictment. And I just leave that with you that Jesse Mars lost his job at Leeds for the exact same reason, creating a whole heap of chance and failing to put them away. And when they gave the things, they said, Leeds went out and spent a significant amount of money and scouting resources to get Weston McKennie, right? The US central midfielder to play alongside Tyler Adams. While it's felt that they should have spent the time, the resources to get a striker to put the chances away.
Interesting.
So that's not there. The back line, the coach waxes on lyrically about the back line. May hear you wax on lyrically about the back line. But I would only say to you, you have to put it in the context of the level and standard of the competition.
Mm-hmm.
That's my concern.
The thing about it, Cataract, even when they play this, even when they play game against the Premier League clubs, it still remain the same for me. Them losing game as well, but I can't see through the reason why them losing game there. But I see it. There's a lot to discuss. Read that. I'm gonna jump in the comment section. Nikwan said, "Is this game live?" No, it's not live. Wuno said, "You can go far in the tournaments if you defend well. Hopefully that defense strategy works, but I am worried." I don't think more I'm going there with the aspects of defending only. Marsden Ricketts said, "Cataract for a JFF president. That model of the Premier League structure needs to be implemented." It's a very good idea, but that model is implemented at the tier before the Premier League, which is tier 2. Sure improvement said, "Why the JFF didn't put that model, that school name, damn tackle, like you face." What? I don't understand that. Wunun said they should have invested in the front line. The midfield was already okay. The defense have a good structure. As again against Marsden, Ricketts, welcome to the program and thank you very much for becoming a member. Show improvement said the administrators are the one misappropriating the funds. Too much players want to play to restrict the games. JFF should reintroduce under 20 competition. It is there now. It is there, but they had a issue with that. Big up Jay Taylor up and running. Jason said, "MG, why you showing it today but not live?" A piece I just piece me a show actually. Me not show the whole thing. I just some piece me a show. Just some piece, man. We can't show the thing. Remember they said we can't to expose the secret, so definitely.
But on the matter about the non-streaming of the under 17, right? You asked about why the difficulties to get sponsor. So let's say I am water, right? And I give you a $9 million sponsorship of my product water, right? Which means that when you get the water break, is the water, you see the WATA battle. When you look, when the camera goes to the sideline, on the bench is water them having them, or even Gatorade. Gatorade is a big sponsor of sports. If you say that national matches, not training, no, national matches for which the public is paying to come in cannot be shown, streamed, or anything, how do I get any advertising or marketing benefit for my product? I want to ask you that.
No, you won't get any, because first of all, if you are at home, you won't be able to see it, and you want to see your product. If you pay for something, you want to see what you're paying for. You at home won't be see. That is the first thing. And that is saying that the marketing aspect, that's kind of not looking good, because if me pay if you do a piece of work and you tell me say I do it and you not do it, and you not show me a proof say I do it, me I go question you. So what is the problem? Why my work not get done? Secondly, any product, any sponsor, they want to see them company out there. They want to see the brand out there. So that's something to really look at. And that's a good point. That's a very, very good point by Qatar. Honestly, that's a very, very good point.
No, it's one, the left hand don't know what the right hand doing. Right? That is why sometimes when clubs go to buy players, the marketing department has an input when they sit around the table. Because the marketing department has said, listen, if you buy this player, we are going to sell this amount of shirts. So the marketing department at the Saudi club Al Nassr could have said, look here. On the first day, we project to have sales of 200 million pounds. That payoff, the money might look like it big where you give Ronaldo, but his shirt sales alone is going to cover that. Television revenue is going to cover that. So marketing comes in. So it's not only football decision. If you look at a number of clubs in England, look and see how many of them have players from Asia, Korea, Japan, China. Let me try with the Chinese, right? Because those markets are huge. Look at Manchester United and Manchester City, the Cheats. Look and see where they do their preseason. Everybody has to go to Asia for a preseason. Everybody has to go to Asia.
They go Dubai, they go
USA,
then go all for different places.
And Asia.
Yeah.
That can't be bit of a sweet team.
So, Cataract, I'm going to close off now. So just give us your last thought on what you think about the under 17 team and what you think they might travel tomorrow, they might travel, and what you think is likely to happen. Just give us your last thoughts on that.
My final thought is I wish the team well. The team has been selected, so there's no changes that can be made now up until the match day if there's an injury. So we have to wish the team well. Hope that the that the players travel well, because not everybody travels well. Not everybody travels well. And that they are able to acclimatize to Central America in time for the game on Sunday. We want a positive result. I would like, and all the ultras would like, for Jamaica to qualify for the World Cup. So I wish the team no evil or no ill. And I think that it would be irresponsible, it would not be patriotic now to hold any further discussions more than wanting to see the team do well. And that if we qualify, all the accolades will go to the coaching staff and the players, etc., etc. Likewise, if we fail to qualify, certain very serious actions must be considered and taken. But right now, we just wish the players the best. Hope they get through the tournament injury-free and represent themselves and the country well. Hope the coaching staff, who has been seeing these players in secret for several months now, can pick the best starting 11, make decisions in game time. And for me, the one thing I'd like to say, I'd like our coaching staff to be more vocal. That was a thing for me.
On the sideline. On the sideline.
On the sideline. Because I think young players during the game need to be given coach, because they sometimes lack the concentration of professionals.
Sure. Keep them on their feet.
Keep them on them toes. Yeah. Exactly, my brother.
All right, people. Cataract, thank you very much for coming on, man. Really, really appreciate it. Show gone 2 hours. Blows and skirt. Record for me. Showing normally goes along the people. You don't know, say some of my things set up. But who known read some of my comments before we jump off. Oparon said, I am very frustrated with the way they are dealing with our teams. We are all tired of the excuses. True, Rolanda said you can't even get jerseys for the JPL team to buy. You can get them, you know. You just go up on the JPL website. You can get them. Oparon said, no, I don't believe that the players in the JPL train 2 times a day or even 5 times 5 days a week. Lies that up and running. Well, as I said, like where you believe. I can tell her. They train, man. They train. See, yeah, me know team train 2 times a day for a week. During the week, 2 times a day.
Okay.
So everybody in the comment section definitely will jump off now. So hopefully you guys are doing good. So me give you some clippings of what happened down at the match. Not much because I don't know. So them said they can't expose the secrets. So hopefully the secrets are one in which were worthy to be kept going into the competition. And I wish the team all the best. I wish the coaching staff all the best. I wish everyone a very, very good tournament. And I wish the fans them to come on board. And I wish you guys the best, because I know say when they come on to fans now, no upsetting them, man. But I wish everyone doing good. And guess what, people? See you guys later. I'm going to go jump off now, because I have to go run up on the road. I have some business to go take care of people. So, guys, take care of yourself, people. And hopefully enjoy the rest of the day. And as I say, hopefully a clip of my show now. And enjoy it. See a little piece and see the goal and the score and stuff. So, Big up people. MG Sports TV people. We're out. Boom.